Sitting on a front porch in the early morning breeze. Sitting on a front porch, just an old friend and me. Drink a little coffee, read all the local news, talk a little gossip every now and then. Smell that ham cooking in the kitchen, a brand new sunrise in the sky. Sitting on a front porch, minding all your business. What a way to make the day go by.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And welcome to the front porch. It is Monday morning. Daylight savings time started this weekend. My name's Kenny Dean, and come on, friend, have a seat with us. With we gonna show you something about this guy sitting next to me that maybe you didn't know about, and we'll tell you about that later on. Scott Blake with us this morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Vest all on and feels pretty good. We're starting out about around 50 degrees outside.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad at all this morning. Let's go to the lines right now. Matthew Reams, how are you doing this morning?
But Kenny Dean, if I was any better, I just could not handle it anymore. How are you, sir?
You know what? I'm doing great. Hey, let me ask you, I pulled this out yesterday because I know this is something we talked about last week with your brother when Robert was out here. But the Spurs Ministries, are you involved in that? That is,
well,
that's coming up the 15th.
That's coming up this weekend. That is going to be a ministry of one of our churches, the Coosa Central Cowboy Church, and it is going to be held this Saturday at the Cowboy Church, which is also the Cattlemen's building here in Coosa County, there in Hanover.
Right.
And that event, they're going to serve you a free lunch. And that's going to start at 12 o'clock, and the event itself is going to start at 2 o'clock.
Where's this gentleman coming from?
You know, I wish I could give you that information.
That's okay.
I did know it, Kenny, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Forgive me.
No. I was just interested. I didn't know if he was from Alabama, another state.
I think he's from the South.
Okay.
I think they're from Mississippi, but I'd lie if I told you 100%, Kenny.
Well, you're pretty used to lying anyway, aren't you, buddy?
Yeah, well, I mean, it comes with being a preacher.
I was just...
At least that's what my fishing buddies say.
I was just picking at you there, but, you know...
Well, that's like I got one of my church members, he says, you know, what his daddy always told him. He said, son, all fishermen are liars except for me and you, and I ain't so sure about you.
Well, he knocked you down real quick. Hey, I guess...
That's right.
A horse whisperer, I guess from the movie, Robert Redford and Morgan Freeman was in this movie. It was out in Montana, a Wyoming out there, and it was the scenery was just absolutely beautiful. But it was a beautiful movie too, and that's what Robert Redford was a horse whisperer. And I think it was the first time I'd ever heard that term.
Yeah, and of course, you know, that's when you first started. This is the second time that we have had an opportunity to have this event there at the Cowboy Church. Mm-hmm. It also was actually one of the ways that several years ago, when the Cowboy Church was being planted, that they had this event there, and it was a very, very well attended event. It was a great time, and honestly, you know, I'm gonna spill the beans. The reality is, it's a fun time, but it's not about the horse. The whole event ultimately, though, we've got a horse. It's a little harder to find. but we had to hunt for a horse that was around 2 years old that was not broke. He could be halter broke, but they didn't want a broke horse. They didn't want one that people could ride. But the reality, the main goal is understanding through the process of breaking the horse in that time frame is to learn about the gospel and what we as humans go through as we're submitting, come to a point of peace, understanding, and respect in the process when we are saved. And so it's a great time, good experience, great for the whole family. I mean, kids, from kids to senior adults, they're going to love this event. So I really recommend finding a way, find the time, come and join us.
Well, buddy, we appreciate that. And in fact, we'll make sure that we promote that for the rest of the week, because I know that's something.
Thank you very much.
That's good. And we're glad that you're with us this week. And I know you've got a busy day. It's Monday, so we'll just go ahead and turn it over to one Matthew Reams, the fisherman.
Well, look, first off, I'm going to do this before I get started with anything. I'm going to wish my wife, Danny Cooper Reams, a happy 18th anniversary today.
Wow.
So she
Congratulations.
has stuck with me for 18 years, and that lady deserves a reward, no doubt.
Well, we certainly wish y'all a happy 18th, but and wish you many, many more to come, my friend.
That's it. Well, Kenny, I tell you something that has been on my mind and my heart for several weeks. We've been going through the book of Romans at our church, and you ever have one of those scriptures that really just, when you read it, it just sticks, it clicks, and it has an impact on you, and you're going through your day and you're able to reflect on it. And this scripture did that for me in Romans chapter 5. It says that we can boast in our afflictions because we know that affliction produces endurance. Endurance produces proven character. Proven character produces hope. And hope will not disappoint because God's love has been poured out in our hearts through the Holy Spirit who was given to us. And you know, when I first read that scripture, it just blew me away because I know every one of us know what it's like to go through afflictions. Kenny, I know y'all dealt with your share. Our family has dealt with its share, and everybody can relate to it. Now, my brother's probably more qualified to explain this than me, but I was thinking about back when I was in school and we were getting ready, we were exercising, we were lifting weights, and we were preparing when I played high school football. And we would take some supplements to help our body recover from it. And one of the things that we would take is an amino acid supplement. And one of the things I learned about that is that as we were exercising, when you go to exert your body, which your body gets sore, that's little tears in your muscles, and those amino acids, they come and they help to rebuild and those tears, and that's one of the reasons why your muscles get bigger, because the muscle tears, the amino acids come in, and it starts to feel that tear. I could probably use some this morning. We laid flooring yesterday afternoon after church, and I can tell those little tears are in my muscles are a lot worse than they used to be when I was younger trying to do the same task. But without exerting and tearing the muscle never gets stronger. And as I read that scripture and I looked at what Paul, the apostle, was saying, he said we can boast, or we can be proud of our afflictions. We can talk about our afflictions in a way that is rejoicing, because we know that when we go through those afflictions, good things are coming, because it produces that endurance, it produces character, and ultimately it produces hope. And when we have hope that is rooted in Christ Jesus, it will never put us to shame. So I encourage anyone, no matter what you're going through today, no matter what kind of affliction you are facing, I'm telling you, if you will cling to Jesus Christ, He is the giver of hope, and you will be able to rejoice even in your afflictions, because it will produce a hope that will change your life forever. Kenny, that's what I've got. That's my thought for the day.
Wow. You know, as you were talking about that, it reminded me when I was in line to check out at Publix the other day, a gentleman said, your minister this morning, the thought for the day, he said, I needed that. And, you know, I'm thinking, if we don't get but one person this morning that gets what you just said, we're way ahead of the game. We got,
that's right. It's worth every bit of it.
We've got hope. We hope you have a good day. We hope you and Danny have a happy anniversary, and we hope you will join us early in the morning.
Looking forward to it, Kenny. Thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed day.
See you, buddy.
You too. You too.
Hey, let me tell you what. Them Reams boys are just hard to beat, like the weather. We got it's dark outside. We'll go ahead and let you know that the daylight saving time. We got some extra time in the afternoon. We're starting out at 52 degrees. We will have some rain about 8 and 9, somewhere in there, and then it's going to move on out. It's going to turn out to be a pretty nice day, 68 degrees for a high today. Now going into the night, we're going to have a little bit cooler night, about 41 and clear. Now, it's going to be about 60 at 7 o'clock. That's when I start my fire. 78 and 45 tomorrow, 79 and 54 Tuesday and Wednesday. And ain't nothing but sunshine, but here we go. Singing in the kitchen on Thursday. 80% chance of rain, 73 for a high, and 59. 80 degrees. That rain Thursday not going to cool anything off about Friday. 80 degrees on Friday and 63. Rain back in here on Saturday. 78 and 59. So about a 80% chance of rain on Saturday. So there's kind of a 5-day forecast for you. Alex City Marine just brought it to you. Of course, they getting ready to do some moving this year. But right now, you can move on over right now and help them reduce their inventory by buying a boat from them.
We are a debt relief agency. We help people file Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 under the Bankruptcy Code.
This is Marcia Mason, your local Lake Martin bankruptcy and Social Security disability attorney. Mason Law Firm is located at 217 Madison Street in Alexander City. Call 256-329-1313 to schedule your appointment today. All initial consultations are free and strictly confidential.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers, and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Doors is turning it up with some incredible giveaways. 2 VIP tickets to the Morgan Wallen Sand in My Boots Festival, 2 tickets to see Blake Shelton live, and 2 tickets to the legendary Talladega Super Speedway. Don't wait. Enter now at calldixie.com. It's fast, easy, and free. Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Doors, bringing you comfort and unforgettable memories since 1908.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
At High Point Insurance Group, we're here for all of life's milestones.
Like when you finally step into your dream home.
And when you drive off in that dream car, we've got you covered.
Or when you hit the water with your new boat.
We're by your side.
High Point Insurance Group.
Protecting you through all of life's high points.
Craving something convenient and delicious? Well, head over to Lake Martin Pizza Company, Highway 63 in Alex City. Lake Martin Pizza on 63 is always serving up mouth-watering pizza made from the freshest ingredients. From classic pepperoni to their signature specials loaded with fresh vegetables and savory meats. There's something for everyone in the whole family. The cozy, heated outdoor dining area is the perfect spot to enjoy a meal together and enjoy live entertainment. Or grab yours to go. Lake Martin Pizza Company on Highway 63, where great food and great times are always just a slice away.
Come on back in here and join us on a Monday morning. Our first guest will not be until 7 o'clock, but it's a good one. Representative District 81, Ed Oliver. Look forward. I know he's been down in Montgomery a lot lately. We'll catch up with him, see what he's pushing and what he's not pushing. EMA Director Jason Moran will be out here. Maybe he can kind of get us up to date on all this crazy weather we got coming up this morning. Come on back in here. We got a lot to talk about this morning. What were we looking at our muscles a while ago? You know, you talking about breaking down and building back up. I've been working out in the gym for years, and you know Robert Reams, Matthew's brother. You know how he's all his muscles much broke down and built back. But see, my motto in the gym is no pain, no pain, and it's working pretty good.
I know. If you break mine down, they ain't coming back. Like a little dog with his tail between his legs. They just take off. They're gone.
I don't do pain.
I looked down in there. I saw one or two right there.
I don't do pain good at all. Hey, thanks for taking care of business Thursday and Friday for the
well, I was in the hot seat right there and just had to take it and run, you know.
I'm up there getting ready to get that root canal, and they done shot me full of Novocaine and tap, 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 tap. I said, "Do you feel anything?" I said, "Just a little bit."
Too much.
She said, "Well, we got two choices." Because I'd already maxed out on Novocaine after day. And she said, we can either go ahead and do it or you can come back. I said, let's do it. Because I'd already been back one time. So it really went fine. But it just a super bunch of folks up there.
They couldn't just like knock you out and, you know.
I've had some folks that have suggested that.
They were volunteered to come do it?
Yeah. No, in fact, I had way too many folks.
Right.
Hey, Alex City Arts presents Emmett Cahill. This week, I believe he's from.
It's Cahill.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Cahill. Would you like to tell us about it, Mr. Bud Lake?
That's right. I just happen to be on that board
Yeah.
also. He's coming here on Wednesday night over at the
Cahill.
Yeah, he's Irish. And from Tallapoosa County, that's Cahill all day long.
Well, let me tell you something. Him coming in here is really good timing. Number one, I've heard nothing. He's a tenor, correct? Or tenor. Tenor. I mean,
He's a tenor singer. I mean, we've had videos of him, and
for St. Patrick's Day, I guess I'm
right.
thinking.
I
know y'all didn't probably plan that.
We're not that good. No, we're not that good. But this guy's coming from over across the water from Ireland. He's going to be in Atlanta the next night at a sold-out venue, thousands of folks.
Wow.
And we bring in top-notch entertainment. You may not know this guy's name. I mean, he may not be a household name, but when you hear him sing, he does a lot of the Disney songs from Disney,
Wow.
and
Wow.
he'll do love songs and all, and he'll have in Alabama we call them fiddle players, but a violinist.
With him?
With him and a piano player.
Wow.
And I'm meeting Cubby at 9 o'clock over there this morning. We're going to set the sound and all that up this morning.
It will be at Mill 280,
Yes.
7 o'clock, Wednesday night.
Yes.
So are tickets still available?
Tickets still available, yeah. You can buy them online at, I don't know it by heart, I apologize, LCarts.org, I think. I think it's .org. Or you can go get tickets at the door. Or you can go by Wine Emporium. They've got them over there.
Emporium Wine.
What did I say?
I do it all the time.
Emporium Wine. Yes, you're right.
On Calhoun Street, and he'll be open tomorrow. As far as I know, he's not opening on Mondays yet.
Right,
so.
but
Henry Ford.
Henry's got them there. Yeah, I'm sorry, I did it backwards.
I do it all the time. I also on over in Dable now. This is in Dable Wednesday night. Fellowship of Christian Athletes, which I think is one of the greatest organizations ever started. Rock. Wednesday night. That's going to be at 6 o'clock. Dable High School Auditorium. Your guest speaker with free pizza, games, and some good music. Billy Coleman. Billy Coleman will be over there. So that's going to be also, but that's going to be over in
Rock.
Dable.
They're talking about your muscles again?
Ain't talking about mine. Okay. Ain't talking about mine. Steak dinner. You still got tickets for that for the Kiwanis Club?
Yeah, it just happened to me on that club too. And look right here.
Wow.
I've got tickets on me because Representative Oliver is coming out here in a few minutes. He told me to make sure I brought my tickets because he's going to buy a couple. But this is Thursday night. So over at the Russell Marine,
good place to have it.
We've got 350 tickets printed, and that's what's not sold. So we're going to have a big crowd.
Well, let me tell you something. You'll have a silent auction as well as
silent and live auctions. Yeah. Shout out to John Kennedy here. One of the big auction items is he's giving a $2,000 advertising package away for late broadcasting. Yeah,
joking, John.
He does it every year. He's always gracious to do that.
And that's a lot of advertising.
That's a ton of advertising.
And I tell you what that does, because people I know that have bought it before, they take advantage of. Ronnie Jackson, good morning to you there, buddy. You can call me, Jay, or you can call me. You know how it goes. Ronnie's been a friend of mine for a long time. But I think about that package. A lot of times, maybe that is a brand new sponsor, radio, TV, and it gives them a jump start. And then they see how it works. So that's a great deal there.
Yeah, but we'll have a good time out there.
You cooking steaks?
I'm cooking. I went and bought the meat Friday.
Wow.
We're going to have a trimming party with their beef tenderloin, and we're having the board members. Some of us are going to tomorrow afternoon at Mike Lucas's place. We'll have a good time cutting meat over there.
Oh, I thought you said a trimming party.
A trimming party. Yeah, we're going to trim the meat.
Wow.
You got to trim it out. You got to get all the stuff off of it where it's be ready to eat. And, I'll cut it in front of you, and it'll be a good night. We raise a good bit of money for the kids here in the area. All the money we raise goes right to the kids. So
hey, on Friday, I believe it is. Moon will be blood red. It's called a lunar eclipse. I think that's what they call it. But check out. And I called Maggie the other night, and I said at about 7 o'clock before the time change, I said, if it's where y'all can, I knew it wasn't because 7 o'clock they getting ready to go to bed or getting them ready, get all cleaned up. Take them outside and look up that toenail moon. Well, I don't think they ever did, but make sure you take yourself, your children, your grandchildren out and check out the blood red moon Friday night.
Do we know what causes that?
Something to do with the lunar, and I don't know nothing about
That'd
lunar.
be good.
Hey, we got 2 things going on Thursday. One, bingo Thursday night, then at the Elks, Elks, and then the Alcoholics Anonymous meeting at Flint Hill at noon Thursday. Also, two events on Thursday coming up. I know we'll have tomorrow. We'll have Commissioner John McKelvey out talking about the throwaway day, but it starts today. You got today, tomorrow, Stillwaters, Alabama 49. You got Double Bridges, Highway 63. Then it moves Wednesday and Thursday, Young's Ferry, Mullican Intersection, Old New Site School. Then here in Alexander City and Annex, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Lee Street. We'll be right back. The Salvation Army, they got it going on down there. I'm talking about if you're looking for stuff, they got stuff down there. One thing, I think I just snorted just then. One thing, they got a table full of a lot of Easter items, like Easter baskets. You got the old rabbit right there, and a lot of little folding things. Got a lot of Easter stuff on there. So we got Easter coming up right around the corner. And then I'm talking about, they got some good-looking couches down there. See, they go through their stuff before they put it out. So go down there and put yourself out at the Salvation Army, 6800 US 280 today.
I'm Jimmy Goree with Goree's Furniture. We would like to invite you to come shop our huge selection of furniture. But if you don't have time, we have over 2,000 items you can have shipped directly to your home. Go to GoreesFurniture.com, look for 48-hour quick ship. Shop, click, ship, it's just that easy. You can shop us here, or you can shop us online, only at Gorees Furniture.
Your express way to saving.
Zion Memorial Funeral Home and Crematory, located 1881 Goodwater Highway, Sylacauga, Alabama, is one of the fastest growing funeral homes in the area. We are pleased to announce the grand opening of our crematory, an expansion that allows us to offer traditional services as well as cremations starting at $8.99, serving Talladega, Coosa, Clay, Tallapoosa, Elmore, and the surrounding region. That's Zion Memorial Funeral Home and Crematory, 256-245-1454.
Tiny Homes by Wind Creek now renting. Sleepy 4, full kitchen, private fishing pond, boat charging station, and pet friendly. Call today, 256-935-9337 or tinyhomesbywindcreek.com. Located in beautiful small town USA, Alexander City, Alabama, on Highway 63 South. Turning into Wind Creek State Park, and there they sit, ready for you to sit on their front porch.
At Russell Medical, we're proud of our exceptional nurses, like Nurse Brandy Worthy. Brandy represents the selfless, compassionate clinical leader patients expect and coworkers admire. Brandy was recently honored with the Nightingale Award for Nursing Excellence for her high standards, sound judgment, and caring manner. Her passion for her profession inspires us all.
Being a nurse is not just what you do, it's who you are. I'm proud to be a part of the nursing team at Russell Medical. We are the link between all hospital services, providing you with exceptional, personalized care.
At Beyond Home Care, we provide in-home care services to individuals needing assistance with activities in their daily lives. We work with each client to provide personalized home care and sitter services. Whether it's assistance with bathing and personal care or an escort to a doctor's appointment, each client receives the individual care they need with the dignity and respect they deserve. Give us a call today at 256-414-6090 or visit us online at beyondhomecareal.com.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of the citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activities Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-6736.
And welcome back to the show. And Barbara Sokol, good morning to you, and thanks for the question. Great question for Representative Ed Oliver. In fact, if y'all got questions, that's what he does. But she sent in a question that we're going to throw out to him that affects our area, that affects so many of you. So, Barbara Sokol, good morning to you. In fact, Barbara Sokol's going to be out here with me since you won't be here on Thursday morning. So I always look forward to Barbara. She always brings something out here. And she knows that, I don't know anything about it, but she brings something. I just sit back and just listen.
She can go.
She can go. Of course, you've been knowing her for a long time. Mm-hmm. Hey, we told you about our guest today. Tomorrow, I mentioned John McKelvey, Commissioner, will be out here. 7 o'clock, Melissa Edwards with the Russell Medical Auxiliary Board volunteers. And then Cheryl Bynum with Career Tech tomorrow. Now, on Wednesday, Elisa Sides will be out here to tell us about the new MRI that Russell Medical has just put in, and maybe it's up and running. I don't know. We'll find out from her. Also, attorney Jeremy Knowles will be out here with Morrison Haynes. His daughter was just out here recently that showed a video that she's in. She does their social media now and is doing a heck of a job. Went to school at New York City. Then I'm waiting on a few folks on Thursday. I know Barbara Sokol at 6:30. Somebody I've not met, they'll be out here on the pre-record. Singer, songwriter Joshua Woods will be out here 6:30 on the pre-recorded. Jamie Dark and Darlene Meadows will be out here representing BRHS for their not the 150, for their 50-year reunion. And my friend, for a long-time owner, Cloud9, Amanda Sullivan, will wrap it up this week. So there's our lineup this week. We got the rodeo going on this week, starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday down at Garrett Coliseum. When was the last time you went to a rodeo?
It was there. It's probably been 20 years.
Really?
Yeah. We used to go down. When the kids were small, we'd like to go down and walk around and see them roping and riding. It was a lot of fun. I had some cousins in Louisiana when I was growing up that did barrel racing.
Oh, really?
Her name's Diane, and she's probably 10, 12 years older than me. I remember going to those when I was a kid. Memory of that is my dad burned me with a cigarette accidentally right there. I got tattooed. That's weird things stick out in your mind.
Your dad smoking?
Oh gosh,
really?
He was a two-packer until he could tell you the date. April, I don't know what day it was. April something, 1978. He quit. But I remember going. I was over there. I was probably 10 years old, and I turned around. You know how they hold a cigarette in your hand down there?
Yeah.
I ran all over that thing. I remember it. I was like, I think my mama came unglued on him.
I bet she did.
It was like, it's like a little. Branded.
We had a guest the other day. Yeah. I said, "You want any coffee?" He said, "No." Captain said, he said, "I quit smoking and quit drinking coffee the same day, cold turkey." He said, "I'm an alcoholic though." So I don't know if he was lying or not, but
pick your poison.
I just died laughing when he said that. But he was carried.
Rodeos are fun though. They're
yeah,
fun.
they really are. And you got to. We've had some good rodeos here.
Yeah,
before.
Josh Williams at the high school. He puts one on every year out here. It's a real deal, you know.
And they moved it over to the junior college to the track last year, and I went over there that day. Cody Benton, Avery, they brought in the dirt,
right,
and they set up the gates and everything. I mean, it was a really nice.
It's the real deal.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, how y'all will turn this into a rodeo? Well,
I know it ain't his first rodeo. He knows what he's doing.
No. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Cody, LD, y'all, it's getting up. I know it's still dark out there. Y'all got lights on your trucks and your tractors, so it's time to get up and get at it. But you're right. That's seems like that's a July or August rodeo because it's always always hot.
Yeah.
But Josh Williams is just one of those guys that just does a great job doing stuff.
Oh, he's great with those kids. My youngest son went through his stuff with FFA over there, and they helped with the rodeo. I remember Weston had to work the rodeo 2 or 3 years.
They do work, and that's good experience for them. But God, the FFA has grown around here. The FFA and the what's the other organization that kids are involved in that includes agriculture.
I think it's all under one umbrella now because they have welding, they have poultry, they've got beef, they've got horticulture, they've got essay writing. You know, they have girls and guys over there. There's as many girls in it.
Public speaking,
and they do public speaking.
Did you do public speaking?
I did not.
Really?
I mean, I did. I mean, do I do it now or no?
Did
growing
you prepare?
up, no. Well,
I would have thought you did.
Well, the best speech teacher I ever had, you're going to have him out here on the show, Billy Coleman, or he was.
Speech
teacher?
Well,
you're talking about over there on that. Whatever it was going on, but he taught me speech in the 10th grade.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He taught at Benjamin Russell.
I didn't know, but he was a speech teacher. I had Miss Posey.
Yeah.
Miss Posey. She failed me 6 weeks, and it was, and I deserved it. It was a girl that was giving a speech in the auditorium, and she said something. I got tickled, and I couldn't help it. And then, but then it wasn't. I couldn't help it. The rest of that whole row was bent over laughing like crazy. Then after the young lady gave the speech, she came down. Can you see me after class? I'm like, oh, this is not be good. And she gave me a pretty good scolding, which I knew, but she failed me. That 6 weeks for that. And then next 6 weeks, I think it's about the only A I ever made. She gave me a test. She gave me a serious part to play in a play. I forget what it was, but I did it and I got an A for it. So. When I got A around our house, it was a big day. Women was always pretty proud. My mom would send me in my room down there on Dable Road to study. Mm-hmm. I'd go in there
and fall asleep.
I would.
Yeah, I mean, you get to reading. Yeah,
I opened up the book and I didn't.
I took a 0 on a test one time in a history class. Philip Robinson taught history, and there were these 2 pretty girls that were passing the cheat sheet, and one was here, and one was here, and I was here, and it was going through me, and he caught me with the cheat sheet in my hand.
How about the girls?
I didn't turn them in. I took the hit for them.
There you go.
They were, and I could. I'm not gonna call their names because you know them. But I took a 0 on a test for those 2 pretty girls.
Wow.
Did it get me anywhere? No.
A 0? Wow.
I did. There was a test, yeah.
All right, now you got to admit now. I always am honest with y'all. He just was honest with us. So he got me beat by 6 points. The last test I took at Central Alabama Community College under Mr. Baker, biology was a 6.
Out of 100?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And I just went one quarter out there, and after I made that 6, I didn't waste any more Wimbledon's money.
There you
I
go.
think it was $35 a quarter. 50-something years ago.
Has it been 50 years ago?
Well, since 1971, it's been 54 years.
Yeah, wow.
But golly, that was biology was just wanting. Well, school just wasn't my thing to study. I love school. I love to see folks. I love to talk. And I love to cut up. But I didn't learn a whole lot. Were y'all same way? We'll be right back. You know, I'm looking at a flyer from Lake Martin, Dadeville Area Chamber of Commerce, and to me it says it all about what the chamber's about. Live, work, play. Live, work, play, small town, big thinkers. Join us in empowering economic development along the shorelines of not Gitchagumi, of Lake Martin. Join them today at Lake Martin, Dadeville Area Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Serving East Central Alabama since 2005, we are Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical of Sylacauga. Coosa Valley Respiratory has medical equipment and supplies, including oxygen-to-home ventilation services. We carry a full line of bracing, power chairs, scooters, and more. And when you trust Coosa Valley Respiratory, you are dealing with local people that care about your well-being. Providing quality home care for our community, Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort William, Sylacauga. Give us a call at 256-245-1411.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you looking at the outside right now. Come on in on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Alexander City Arts Council is thrilled to bring exceptional performances to our community. February 13th, comedian Rex Havens performs his one-man, family-friendly show, Women and Children First. The season closes March 12th with Emmett Cahill, performing Irish classics and the best of traditional Irish repertoire, as well as Broadway hits. Save the dates for Women and Children First on February 13th and Emmett Cahill on March 12th. Visit alexcityarts.org for ticket info.
Not everyone can be an original, but when it comes to your residential and commercial plumbing needs, depend on the Lake's original plumbing company, Lake Plumbing. Since 1990, Lake Plumbing has served the Lake Martin, Alex City, Dadeville, and eclectic areas with professional plumbing services. And Lake Plumbing is now offering the industry's best in-home water filtration units from the industry's best water filters, Pentair. Call 334-301-3328 today and trust the region's original plumbers, Lake Plumbing. 334-301-3328.
Jim's Pharmacy at the Lake, located on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, home-owned and operated by Jim Clanton, has an experienced staff that is all about your wellness, offering the convenient packaging to help keep your medicines organized. Jim's Pharmacy also has a great gift selection like pecans, socks, Lake t-shirts, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, 9 to 2 on Saturday. Give us a call at 256-373-3449.
The new owners of Stillwater's Country Club want to welcome you to play the area's premier course at Stillwater's with our new rate. Now, play for only $35 per 18 during the week and only $40 for the weekend. Stillwater's Golf is ready to give you the area's best golf experience, and many upgrades are coming, including a lighted range and course expansion. Meet the new staff and enjoy $35 per 18 Monday through Friday and $40 on the weekends. All at Stillwater's Country Club in Dadeville.
We're back out here. Hope you're out here with us. You know, just telling you about at first of the show, a lot of folks may know about this guy sitting over here. A lot of folks may not know, but he is a heck of a singer. Maybe he sang at your church before or an event. Maybe you heard him singing real loud in the shower, and you say, you know, I think I'll hire that guy. Well, the Auburn University hires him to sing this song right here. So we're going to show you what happened at the Alabama-Auburn game with Scott Blake this past weekend.
Oh, stay can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
USA, USA.
They were chanting USA.
How does that make you feel coming off that court? This is the Alabama-Auburn game. This is the last regular season of the year, and you get to sing that beautiful song.
I know, and I was a bit nervous.
Well, you should be.
Well, I was nervous because, and I do it.
You should be
I've
anxious.
been doing it for years. I've sang there. Had a baseball game yesterday, and there's not hardly anybody there because it was so cold. But at this one, there were 10,000 people there, and my daughter came down from Nashville because Dick Vitale was calling the game for ESPN, and he got her a ticket, and she sat with his wife, and they had a good little reunion. They adopted her when she lived in Florida for about 3 years, and then so I knew he was there, and my daughter was there, and then they made me turn and face a different direction, which was not the same as it's always been.
Did that bother you?
It did, because I have a little routine getting out there, you know. And so I look up, and everybody's the scores table's right there. And I look up, and there's Tommy Tuberville standing right there. You know,
Congressman.
And, yes, Senator.
Senator
Tuberville. Yes,
right.
yes. And and other folks I knew right over there, and I'm like, golly, because I normally focus on the flag. And if I look at the flag, I don't look at anybody else, and because my fear is forgetting the words. Because you're singing a cappella, and there's no music to prompt you.
But you sang it well, though.
Oh, thank you.
You didn't put any.
No, I don't.
All
do
that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't do all
you
that.
just sing me the
I do it the
national
way it's
anthem.
written.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was fun. And I was walking off, and you could hear that USA. Yeah, that's pretty.
Do
cool.
they always do that?
No.
Really? Really? I wonder why that.
Now the Auburn crowd is a patriotic crowd for sure. They sing along with you. I could hear them singing along with me. Now, right before I sang, the pep band that started this last year plays America the Beautiful. And while I'm standing there in the circle waiting for that song to be over, in the entire crowd, Alabama fans, Auburn, everybody joined. It's like a mass choir, and they're singing that, and it is amazing.
Wow!
It'll bring chills, to your arm, hearing that, and then it gets really quiet, and it's
your turn,
and you can hear your voice. I mean, your breath. When you take it's like.
Yeah,
and then no, yeah. But anyway, it's a lot of fun.
I know, but what a memory you'll have. I mean, from years from now, you were the center court at the Alabama Auburn game.
Yeah, I've done Bama game the past 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's.
Are you as anxious or nervous then as you are now? Or
the first time I did it, I was nervous. I was scared to death because I sang for the college, at junior college, years ago. In the early '90s, they had a state softball tournament, junior college softball tournament. We hosted it here, and they asked me to come sing. And Miss Barbara Sokol was part of that group that had me come out there and sing. And it was in the spring, had no sinus junk going on, and I get up there, and Avery Morris, who was the police chief at one time, he was in the color guard that day, and he marched in the band in Alabama, and I marched in the band in Auburn at the same time. Yeah. So we always ragging each other about Auburn, Alabama, and he goes, "Don't forget the words." I'm like,
"Don't say."
Dude, I've sang this a million times. And there's probably 500-600 folks there. I'm standing there, and I felt a cough coming on, and in one of those poetic pauses, I was like. And my mind just went blank. And the umpire-in-chief was standing right over here beside me, about 3 or 4 feet from me, and they were singing along. And like maybe the next word was "and the rockets red glare." I went, and I heard "and," I was like, "Oh, and the rocket."
Really?
And I just, my heart just dropped because I went blank. And I've always scared of doing that.
Sure.
So the first time I ever did it at Auburn was Friday night before the Georgia football game. It was like the first basketball game of the year. And I was my first year to do it, and they were like, "We're going to try them out on one of the non-conference games," and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And when they said, "And now rise to your feet as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem being sung tonight by," and I was like, and I don't remember singing it. John Ireland, when I walked off the court, he grabbed me. "Good job!" I was like, "Oh hey," it was very nerve-wracking.
Well, I mean. So 500 or 600 versus 10,000.
It's the same. It's the same. Yeah. Well, it's the same.
Good job.
But 10,000, you can't see them all. It's just, it's the ones right here you can see. That's, but anyways, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it. Got several baseball games this year and a couple of softball games.
Okay, well, good.
At Auburn.
You just keep on singing beautiful rendition, and you do it. And you do it the Americana way.
Our next guest coming out here, Representative Oliver, has had me down at the State House a couple of times down in Montgomery. I've been down there. Yeah.
Up next, from District 81, Representative Ed Oliver. We'll be right back. If I was going to go eat at Coon's Corner today for lunch, I know breakfast right now, you can get anything you want for breakfast and it's going to be good. But if I was going to eat at Coon's Corner for lunch today, what would be my choices?
Today, Monday, March the 10th, at Coon's Corner, you have a hamburger steak and gravy. That's where I'd stop right there. That's the best thing. Yeah. I love hamburger steak and gravy. Mashed potatoes and that same gravy, I bet. That's even better. Brussels sprouts, butter beans, cream corn, and peach cobbler.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can't go wrong with that right there.
Coons Corner Deli, Hillary Street, Alex City.
Planning for the future is one of the greatest gifts we can give our loved ones.
At Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, we are here to guide you with compassion, helping you make choices that bring peace of mind. Pre-planning means your wishes are honored and your family is free to focus on what truly matters, cherishing every memory. Because love, care, and dignity should last a lifetime. Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, here for you always.
Obituaries this morning brought to you by Radney Funeral Home and Langley Funeral Home. Mr. Riley Eugene Foshee, 72 of New Site. His funeral service will be Tuesday, March 11th at 2 p.m. at the Chapel of Radney Funeral Home. Randy Anderson will officiate. The family received friends on Monday, March 10th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Radney Funeral Home. Mr. Foshee proudly served his country with honor in the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War. We appreciate your service, Mr. Foshee. Obituaries again brought to you by Radney Funeral Home and Langley Funeral Home, and we'll be right back.
Experience the freedom of mobility with Arise, our safe and clean public transportation serving all of Tallapoosa County. Keep your independence and leave the driving to us. Our handicapped accessible vehicles provide affordable fares based on age and distance. A mobile community is a thriving community. Wherever you need to go, we'll take you there. Call 256-329-8444 to schedule your trip today. Arise, your ride to a better life.
The Sure Shot Outdoors is located on Highway 280 in Alexander City across from Chick-fil-A. Sporting goods store that always has a great selection of footwear, men's and ladies apparel, cookware for camping and home, firearms and shells year-round. Also, online store with financing is available. Owner Scott Watson invites you to come by today to see what the Sure Shot Outdoors has to offer you. Again, the Sure Shot, Highway 280, Alexander City. Caring Transitions of Lake Martin, located in the old DHR building in downtown Dayville. Owner Brandy Weaver wants you to experience the Caring Transitions difference, providing local and national relocation, packing and resettling, downsizing and decluttering, liquidation, online estate auctions, traditional estate sales. Call Caring Transitions of Lake Martin today, 334-703-5050.
Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor on Highway 280 is ready for the new year, and there's never been a better time to save. With no payments till March on many Mahindra tractors. Inventory is great, and you can save big on remaining 24 models with 0% financing up to 84 months with approved credit. And you'll see the New Year's best deals on Spartan mowers, still with 0% terms. Get the New Year's best prices and terms now at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
Grace's Flowers on Hillaby Street has been a staple here for decades, taking care of our community families from prom time, wedding days, picking up a friend on a bad day, happy times and sad times. Grace's is involved in our community with more than just beautiful flower arrangements, but also the love they put in them. Keep this number handy, 256-234-4238 for Grace's Flowers in Alexander City. Call 256-234-4238.
Zaxby's just perfected the Philly again with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed pepper and onions, melty cheese, and garlic aioli. Grilled or fried. Now that's a Zaxby's Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Fried chicken and wontons and teriyaki glaze and an egg roll. Some people think the Zaxby's Sensation salad is too delicious to be a salad.
Yep, that's why we call it a salad. The Zaxby's Sensation Salad. Zaxby's.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Come on back in here and join us. We had this young lady on the show just recently, a local celebrity, I guess we can say, but she's such a class act. Coven Holt just became this past weekend through a lot of work Miss Southeast Alabama teen. So we just want to congratulate her. And of course, I know she and her mom and dad are simply proud of her. We're proud of her too. But in fact, we hope to get her out here real soon to tell us about that experience. This guy right here has a lot of experience and gets more and more every day on different subjects. A lot of times he don't know what he's going to get into until he walks into the room, just like this morning. Representative District 81, Ed Oliver. Good morning,
Good morning.
sir.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Daylight saving time. It's here. Does it bother you one way or the other?
Well, I didn't make it to church yesterday, I tell you. That it was not even close. But, that happens. Glad to be here. Doesn't bother me. Happy to get up early.
We had a question from Miss Barbara Sokol, and you said you'd be glad to
I did.
address it. If you don't, well, let's just start with that question.
And it's a good question. You hear people talk about Medicaid expansion, and it's controversial on its face because some people think that government should be involved in health care and take a bigger responsibility, and other people don't. And of course, it's taxpayer funded.
Right.
The problem we have in Alabama is in 1983, when they stood Medicaid up as a separate federal agency, all the states competed for how much money they wanted to get on reimbursements. Well, the reimbursement rates were set and have not changed since then. Alabama has the lowest reimbursement rate on virtually everything in Medicaid. Typically, we estimate the average loss for a Medicaid transaction is about $30 or 30%. So I'm an Alabama graduate, but I will tell you that at a 30% loss, it's kind of hard to make that up on volume. All right, does the legislature come back in with state funds and fill that gap? I don't think so. I just don't think we can afford it. Everybody talks about getting federal matching funds. I don't think you're going to see that in the future as well. So back to the original core of the subject, keeping our local hospitals open, our clinics open, making Alabama a place where doctors and medical people want to come and live and work, we are way behind the power curve.
Wow.
And we have got to figure that out. Or I'm not a, the sky is falling kind of guy. But this is one of those cases where we have to do something or we're going to lose our access to health care. What it's boiled down to in this state is we have one competitive insurance company, and really they're the only folks that make money.
You just telling me if we did this, what it would do to Russell Medical, or any small.
And initially there would be a bump in people that you have that are not paying anything. So yeah, you'd have some cash flow for a year or two, but in the long run, that's not the way we're gonna survive.
Because I've heard Jim Peace talk about it. They take a big loss on a lot of.
Virtually every hospital is looking for anything they can do to raise revenue.
Sure. Keep the doors open.
Medicaid at Russell is probably 10 or 12% of the patient volume. So it's not the only thing that is an issue over there, but it is a big issue. There's another thing called DISH payments that the federal government does for the uninsured.
DISH.
Yeah, disproportionate payments.
Okay.
And that's an important part of the piece too. But cash flow, once again, is a problem. Is how long does it take to get paid? So we have 3 hospitals, counting the hospital in Tallahassee in my district, that are struggling. And even East Alabama has its challenges, as large as it is. I don't know if anybody has followed Jackson Hospital in Montgomery. The fallout from them having financial problems has actually caused problems in our local area because of the radiologists and various services that are provided by that hospital. Post-COVID, inflation has just been devastating for the medical industry. And when I say inflation, I mean materials and personnel.
Right.
Paying doctors and nurses, particularly nurses, it's a model that it's just very difficult to survive at this point.
The traveling nurses?
Well, and any nurses, nurses in
okay.
general, but think about traveling nurses.
Yeah, I knew they were rocking and rolling there for a while.
Well, the hospitals just can't pay it.
Right, exactly right, sure.
So that's sort of where we are, and that's a bleak picture to paint.
Mm-hmm.
But we're losing our local pharmacies, we're losing our local hospitals at a rapid rate.
There's a bill on for our local pharmacies.
There's
I
one
know
now.
Jim Clanton has been on before with Jim's pharmacy over in Dadeville,
Right.
fighting it, like so many others. And that has to do with Medicaid. Now, Medicare takes...
That's us.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but it's just amazing what the bill they pick up. I mean, that just... especially as we get older, and then you run into some medical issues, how much they pick up.
Well, the way insurance is supposed to work is we all put in a small amount of money into the kitty and everybody doesn't use it, and so therefore there's enough left to pay off what you have.
Right.
Medicare tends to be later in life, so when people are sickest. And people spend most of what they spend on medical care in the last few years of their life.
Ain't it the truth?
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So-
Well, thank you for explaining that, Ms. Barbara. I hope that a good question.
And Ms. Barbara, I'm glad to talk to you anytime, and we can exchange notes, and I'm glad to include you in that discussion.
I think about what you just told, just Ms. Barbara. You do that with a lot of folks. You don't really have an office to go to per se.
In Montgomery.
Yeah, in Montgomery. But your office is getting out of your car, your
my
truck,
pickup truck,
and talking to folks, going to meetings. So your door is wide open all day long.
And I really, you have to listen to people, and you have to be tuned into what's going on where you live.
Sure.
And I work for the folks that are in my district. So now sometimes you because I'm in the legislature, I will have access to knowledge that other folks might not have. So sometimes you end up making a decision that may not be popular.
Right.
But then you have to go back and explain it to the folks and say, listen, this is why I did this, this, and this. And
you're probably doing that a lot.
That comes with the territory.
Yeah, sure.
And people are receptive, I hope.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
So what was the biggest thing going on this year in Montgomery? What was the number one?
Well, we're only 1/3 of the way through, so
golly.
I'm saying keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Remember,
It ain't over yet.
You're never safe when the legislature's in session.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you. We hear rumors that gambling is going to come back. And as you know, last year I had several bills that died at the altar of gambling, and so did everybody else. And gambling just kind of sucks all the air out of the room. It literally will kill 1/3 of the legislative session.
Wow.
So
it's been doing that for years.
I agree. It has, and it's just one of those things that we just can't agree on.
When you say gambling, break that down. What's the casinos?
Well,
dog track.
Gambling. Well, we put it in 3 categories. There's lotteries.
Okay, lottery. Okay.
The last poll I did here was probably 3 years ago in the lottery, and it was over 80% were for a lottery. So that's a pretty impressive polling number. You look back at the issue of sports online betting. Now, anybody can do that, even though it's against the law. You just use VPNs, and it shows you somewhere else, and you do it. So people are probably already doing that. And that is also the most addictive form of gambling. And then, of course, casino gambling and various classes of casino gambling. So, and then, of course, you got charity gambling.
Bingo. I mean, I've been doing that for
churches,
years.
Organizations, that sort of thing.
You talk about addictive. I've heard, I guess, casino ads, and then the next ad is about contact us for gambling addiction. Let me tell you something. Gambling, you're not going to win. Now, if you're a gambler that just goes in and just say, I'm going to lose if I lose $100. I'm quitting. And you've had your entertainment for the night. But if you think you can beat them, I've done a lot of things in my life that I don't really regret. My gambling days, I regret those because it was stupid. I was a terrible gambler. I did it to make money. I did it for the wrong reason. Let me tell you, I know for a fact you're not going to win. And Jerry Allen's not around anymore to give you a 90-day note to pay that bookie.
Yeah, those days are gone.
But I'm thinking, I'm laughing about it, but you know what? There's no telling how many dollars I took out of our budget at the house that we, I don't know if we ever made it up. So it's stupid. It's just something that was it addictive? I don't think so. Maybe it was.
It was a waste of your money.
It was.
I just never had enough to do it.
Right, I can't.
Well, I didn't either. I didn't have money.
Can't afford to lose it. I have a question, if I can jump in, and it's a serious question, I think, and people like me, the lottery. My reservation or my concern about a lottery, and 80% of the people in our district said they want it. That's amazing.
They wanted some form of gambling, and we assume that is the lottery.
Well, and this is you're my representative, and I trust you, but there are a lot of folks in the state I don't trust. So if we have a lottery and we're making all these millions of dollars coming in to a special account or special whatever down there, how do we know it's going to be used correctly?
That is always the issue. Do we give it to post-secondary education so they can just raise their tuition rates?
Right.
That's basically what Georgia did.
That's where the fight is. I think
that is the fight.
Yeah.
Now, last year, the bill they had was post-secondary, but it was for dual enrollment and junior colleges was the bulk of the money. And I think that was probably a better approach. There are some things that folks aren't going to agree on, and everybody has their own little world that they're trying to protect.
So many special interests, and you got
Well,
I've always said
everybody's a
I know
special interest.
everybody. I've always said I'm for the lottery if we use the money for what it's intended for.
Absolutely.
We'll find out more about it when we
Like
come back.
keeping our hospitals open.
Yeah.
Yes.
Forbes Auto Sales, Highway 280 in Kellyton. Took my truck Friday. Yes, sir. I took it and had it serviced. The brakes needed replaced. I'm thinking it's going to be this big bill right here. Well, when I go pay it, it wasn't that big bill. It was a whole lot less because I trusted what they did for me. You hear me talk about it, and I'm telling you, if you're looking for somebody to work on your vehicle, Forbes Auto Sales can do it. Oh, Big John and the crew, that's what they do at Forbes Auto Sales.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret, an affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio, or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state, and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Oh, we're starting out at around 50 degrees right now. And it's cool. We got some rain that'll come in here, then it'll move on out with a high of 68. Clear tonight and 41. So it's going to be another kind of cool night. Going in the rest of the week, kind of crazy. Let me tell you what, if you like sunshine, you go love the next couple of days. 45 tomorrow night, 54 on Wednesday. Rain back in here on Thursday. High of 73, a low of 59. And you'd think you had to cool things off. Wrong. 80 degrees on Friday, 63, really no rain to speak of. But Saturday, it's going to move back in here. About a 80% chance of rain on Saturday, 78 for a high, 59 for a low. There's your 5-day forecast brought to you by Top Gun. It's Control. About 280 in Alexander City. Representative Ed Oliver with us out here, District 81. Incentives to bring doctors to Russell Medical. That's huge.
And I'm over here writing notes.
That's okay. That's okay.
You're always working. He's always working, folks. He's always working.
But I think about that because I know, and I've talked about this before with Jim Peace, with others that Mabry Cook, and others that recruit to bring folks in out here. I would think with the way the campus, the Russell Medical campus has grown, the way it is now, would be a little bit easier to recruit, but then they still need incentives.
Well, it boils down to money and where you can make it.
Sure.
And other states pay more money.
Mm-hmm.
That's a decision you have to make if you're in the medical industry. You know, I spent 15 years as an air ambulance pilot for a national company.
Mm-hmm.
It's the assets they leave in Alabama are charity. They could make money with those assets in another state, whereas they don't make much money in this state comparatively. What I've done this session, and started it last year, I've got an incentive to amend the bill that we currently have that gives a $5,000 incentive for doctors for 4 years to come work in a geographic area. Well, what we've done now is modified it so that it's $10,000.
Ooh, wow.
It's a tax credit.
Sure.
And they no longer have to live in the geographic area. They have to work at a particular hospital that's in a rural area.
So if they work at Russell Medical, they can live in...
Right. Well,
Montgomery?
do we care where they live? No, we care where they operate, where they work.
We'd rather, and I know a lot of them travel every day.
Right. So that's a piece of pending legislation we've got, and it's halfway through now. So, and I expect it to pass. A couple of other things that we've done. That I've got another Medicaid bill, and it makes Medicaid pay for color guard, which is in lieu of a colonoscopy, you go get you have a color guard test, which I don't know if you're familiar with, but it comes in the mail and it's a home test.
Yeah. He was thinking. I saw his brain.
I saw the lights come on over there. Anyway, it is
box with blue letters on it.
There you go. Okay. But it is an incredibly cheap test compared to having the full-blown colonoscopy.
Is it actual? I mean,
It's about 93% effective.
Okay.
So, in terms of saving money, the test itself is so cheap compared to someone who actually gets colon cancer. And it's a way to detect it early, which is very important.
Oh, yeah.
So not only will it save some lives, it also saves us money. So that's a good one, and I've had no trouble getting it through the houses. It's passed fine. I do have a couple of 911 bills. There's one, I passed one originally 2 or 3 years ago that created a standard, a training standard, and an expectation for what you should expect when you call 911, the services they should provide.
From that dispatcher.
Well, and we call them call takers in 911. There's a different, and it's a different level of training, right?
Okay.
So, and Alabama as a state has gotten much better at that. The part two of that is Alabama's got 85 call centers scattered around the state. Well, from the time the first call was made in Haleyville back in 1968 or whenever they did it, where it originated, the technology has changed a little bit. Back then, it was easier just to farm that out to city police dispatchers or to county dispatchers. Well, now the technology is so good that literally you could operate with one call center somewhere in the state. So in order to maximize funding, training, all that sort of thing, we've got a bill that lets county governments and 911 boards combine if they so desire. It's not mandatory. But as technology increases and people realize that they can get more bang for their dollar, it lets them combine those boards so they can decrease the number of the call centers and make them bigger, better, and better trained and just more effective.
Is that why we have would that have anything to do with the 211, or is that just?
No, 911 though, when you call, that generates money.
Oh. Didn't realize
you actually
that.
pay a cell phone tax for 911.
Didn't realize that.
A lot of folks don't.
I would not.
I've got another bill that deals with how we spend that money as well. But once again, it's to get money to the local level to make sure that we have the training and the equipment we need to be effective on 911 calls.
So your cell phone bill, so if it's, I'm gonna say $50, and you have to call 911 a couple times, it's gonna be.
No, you're already billed. You're paying it whether you want to or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Look
at that.
It's a 911 tax. Yeah.
I just learned something. Hope y'all did.
Well, there you go.
That's why we bring him out here to educate us. And I'm serious when I say that. You know, you're working behind the scene all the time for us. And you said it earlier, and we know this. You're not going to make all of us happy.
Nope.
I mean, you know that. So when you go in there as a representative, you better have some thick skin. And even your friends, you know that your decision is what you think is going to be the best for everybody, or the majority.
Absolutely, and I'm a good soldier. I salute and I move out smartly, and I go to the next thing.
Yes, sir.
But it's important that you defend yourself in your district on an issue. If people disagree with you, like I said, I may know things that other people don't generally know about an issue, so I have to make a decision accordingly. Then I have to come back and explain it to people.
You do a lot of homework, don't you?
A lot of homework. But people generally, when you explain something to them, they go, oh, and I see.
Now, I understand.
Right,
now.
right.
Okay. Well, and I think that's the majority with all of us. We hear something. Well, I don't understand that. Well, have you tried? Have you picked up the phone, or have you gone to see Ed Oliver or anybody to see why this decision? Then all of a sudden you find out, then you say, okay,
Well, let me say this. A lot of issues are like Alabama and Auburn football. People just decide they're going to be one way or the other, and don't confuse them with the facts. And I understand that as well. And so sometimes it doesn't matter what the facts are. People are just for something, they're against it. And remember, it's way easier to be against things.
Sure.
Just way easier. And it's hard to be for things. So that's, and my job is to find things that make our lives better and safer. So you just, comes with the territory.
Safer. That's something you've worked on you've been involved in it all your life, is safety. And now you're right there where you can do something about it.
Absolutely.
And you're doing something. You're able to do things about things that you've seen how not to do, and all of a sudden you say, this is how we can do it, and it's going to work.
Every legislator brings some skill set to the table. I brought the military, and I brought flying an air ambulance for 15 years.
Very important.
So that gave me an overview of some things, pardon the expression, it gave me an overview of some things most people just don't get. I've been literally in every small hospital in this state, as well as several other states. So you do develop a background, and you develop an interest. And half of it is just being interested in what you're doing.
And you know what? It shows with you. We appreciate what you do for District 81, but not just District 81, but for the great state of Alabama. You have a great day, and we will be right back. Mitchell House, it's located over in Dadeville, Alabama. It's been there since 1835. Yeah, it's been there longer than some of you folks. But you know what? You can be a part of it now. You can have an event there. Now, you can go to MitchellHouseEvents.com and deal with Vivian Autry. You're going to love her. You're going to love the place. That's Mitchell House in Dadeville.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone, 256-750-0381, or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center provides optimum care for the whole person. Dr. Dimo Popov specializes in the prevention and diagnosis of high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, and acute and chronic conditions. Our weight loss clinic offers lipo shots and a guide to healthy weight loss. Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center, where lifestyle changes are made.
Benton, clearing, and grading is Cody and LD Benton, and they got your job in sight. Moving dirt is a clean job to them. Clearing a lot for your home or business is what they do, and they do it right. Call LD or Cody today at 256-397-2531 or 397-2532 for a quote today. I promise you, they'll do the job right. That's Benton, clearing and grading.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Thunderbolt and Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dayville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's Highway 49 South in Dayville. 256-825-4827.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
I like to talk weather. We all like to talk weather. Nothing we can do anything about it. This guy right here can. He can let us know when we're going to have a storm. The one and only Tallapoosa County EMA Director, Jason Moran. Good morning. You know, this is the second week in a row, or maybe not, but close, where y'all send out a severe storms possible for the next weekend.
Yes.
That's the first time I've noticed it. And is that because we're trying to alert folks, maybe?
If they know severe weather's coming and they can look at the future forecast, if you will, they're going to let us know as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
That graphic's actually no good anymore. They upgraded it this morning. It's actually an upgrade to an enhanced level for half of Tallapoosa County.
Really?
So that's a trigger for us to go ahead and say, okay, I know this is going to happen, this has happened, this will happen. So
this is for this weekend, Saturday?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday night.
But I think about, those are, that's a bigger time of being warned than I remember in the past.
I've noticed that myself. You know, usually you get a couple 3 days notice, and
that's going to the next level then now, as far as
yes, it went to a 3 out of 5 instead of a 2 out of 5.
I'm working an outside wedding Saturday afternoon down in Dayton.
Yeah,
it's good to know these things.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Wanted to go to the rodeo with the grandkids for the matinee Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Wow.
Yet, so.
And in Montgomery, we were just talking about that earlier. So you got is this an outdoor event?
I'm doing sound for a wedding. It's down at one of the wedding venues in Dayville.
Outside though?
Outside. They do have a pavilion in case it's raining, but I didn't realize it was a possible wind.
Wow.
Too, so,
yeah. Winds up to 60 mile an hour, and then tornado threat, and I noticed tennis ball size hail. And
wow.
You used to look at that and said, no, we're not going to have that. But after the Camp Hill event where we had softball, orange, grapefruit kind of thing.
April of 20, when that one came through the Sunday morning, and it wiped all my pine trees out.
April 19th, 2020.
7 o'clock in the morning.
Just be exact.
Let's go ahead and be exact.
This thing went off at like 6:45, and severe thunderstorm warning, Tallapoosa County, yada, yada, yada. And I'm laying there, I rolled back over. I was like, whatever. I looked outside, wind went blowing. 15 minutes later at 7 o'clock, we heard all of a sudden, all hell broke loose, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was crazy.
You've been bad about cussing on the show lately. We
I
can talk about that.
I know. It's kind of like Kind of like when we talk about the 100-year lake, we're gonna have a dam program.
That's right, exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah, talking about
But
the
you're
dam.
right.
Yeah, but that was crazy. And ever since then, I've always paid attention to when y'all call or I get a text or call. But after that Sunday morning, I listen intently now.
Sure.
Yeah. Once you get hit, it gets your attention.
Well, the timing, the fact that it came and the warnings went out, but that was great that it did that. But, there were 2 forecasts for that day. One that morning would be a system come through that wasn't so bad, and then afternoon another system would come through that was going to be terrible. And they just flip-flopped.
Right.
And that afternoon we really didn't have a whole
Y'all
lot
can't
of
do anything
anything.
about that.
No, absolutely not.
No.
That's why being prepared, always be prepared. If you know bad weather's coming, get in that time frame, know what your plan is, have a kit. How do you get your weather alerts? Whether you get a NOAA radio from wherever for about $35, call me. I'll come to your home and program it, make sure it works.
Are more and more people going to these?
There are lots of them out there that's still not near enough, though. If I have the opportunity to speak to a group, I usually ask for a show of hands as to how many people have them. And, normally not over half the room will.
But still,
if there's 20
over half,
people,
that's
yeah.
still a lot of folks.
And that's great. The Tallapoosa alert, which is mass notification, alerts you based off the polygon system. So if you get it, you need to take heed.
You like to use that word, don't you?
What's that?
Polygon.
Well, it makes me look smart.
I'm just picking that.
But it's a more precise way to warn.
Yeah.
And if you're in healthcare or something like that, where you actually have to physically do something other than go to your safe place. If you're responsible for people, patients, pets, that kind of thing. But if you got to move people in the hospital because of bad weather, and the threats in Tallahassee, Alex City doesn't really need to do anything.
I think about what you're saying. I think about Representative Ed Oliver when he used to, for 15 years, flying a helicopter that went to storm or went to wrecks, went to this bad event, this event. And man, they had to be weather alert.
Oh, sure.
I mean,
that weather plays a huge role. If there's an MVA out on the road somewhere, one of the first things that they're going to call and see if a helicopter can fly.
Right. Yeah.
And then I always hear the dispatcher come back and says, "Well, they're checking weather, and we'll be back in touch." So,
golly, that's amazing. But for us to get warned this far in advance, it's just such a for you.
Yeah.
You got an outdoor event. And we're getting that time of the year where there's going to be more outdoor events, daylight saving time. So the sun's up longer now. But I think about what y'all do for us, and maybe nothing happens. Okay, that's great.
I hope not. Absolutely.
But that's already been enhanced. Let's get that to other level.
Right. So, but it does give you a chance, an opportunity to know what you're going to do, to have that plan, even practice. How long does it take from your home to wherever you're going to go shelter? So that being said, we got 4 FEMA storm shelters in the county: Davidson, Camp Hill, Hackneyville, and Union. We just opened Union and a couple weeks ago, actually. And then the basement of the new site fire department, the basement of the Jackson's Gap Town Hall, and then sometimes we open the courthouse in Dable.
And the municipal complex here in Alex City.
And the mayor does that here in Alex City. So I know already with an enhanced level, that's a key decision maker for us is we'll have the courthouse open.
And y'all put that information out for us.
Yes, absolutely.
You talk about practice. I think about this time of the year, kids, going to practice. Of course, baseball, t-ball, and all that will open up here real soon. Open up all over the state of Alabama. And boy, if you don't think they don't stay in tune with the weather,
you have to.
I mean,
if you've got
safety,
12, 15 kids on a baseball team, you got to have somewhere to go, and normally that's the bathroom or the concession stand, at the ball field. So you need to know that.
Yeah.
Years ago when we had the siren system, and there was one at the Sportplex, and we'd be over there and the sun is shining, and we're playing baseball, and it would go off, but because it was for the whole county, even though the threat may be 40 miles from here.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, these things, they pinpoint it, right? You were saying a while ago. Yeah.
So just to clarify that, the weather radio does go off for the whole entire county. It encompasses the whole county. So, but back to that polygon thing, if you're inside the polygon, you're a latitude, longitude dot on the map. And that cues your address, your telephone number to be called. We, in March of 2017, we pulled in some numbers from the white pages and yellow pages. We've had some instances where numbers have changed, people move, they move out of town, they call and politely ask us to remove them. And we've had those that call and just fuss and cuss and raise all kind of cane. Hey, it's not that big a deal. Just let us know. Be nice. We're going to be nice back. And we'll take your name and telephone number out of the system. It's not a problem.
I don't want it off mine. I want it on there.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't want it.
Yeah, I mean, that thing, that's...
It could save your life.
So you can call 825-1078. That's our office number. It is not a spam number. Somebody reported it as a spam number, and it will show up on your caller ID as potential spam. I'm sorry, but I can't figure out how to fix that. But it's not spam. It could save your life. Just remember that.
You know, I think about I had a gentleman, and I won't call his name right now, but let me tell you the rest of this story. That did, it's in a crew over. We had another leak in our den, which is an old house, but it was some rotten wood, so they replaced that. I called him Friday. I said, I need to settle up with you. He said, well, it's supposed to rain this weekend. Let's see if it works. And I'm thinking, I like the way you do business. I mean, so if you're looking to get a handyman that's going to treat you right, you give me a call. I won't call his name right now, but I will for the week's over with. But that's the kind of people that they can get all the business they want around here because they treat you right.
That's right.
I was talking about Forbes Auto Sales. I'm expecting it's going to be a higher bill. Well, it's not because they treated me fair, and that's all we expect.
You know,
Jason.
Every time I speak to a group, and I've done it Friday with Junior Leadership Lake Martin, EMA is all about relationships.
Sure.
It's the relationships that I build. That's the common thread in any incident to bring everybody together.
It's a polygon.
Yeah, it's the polygon.
We'll be right back. Oh, Doc's Cafe. Cat LaFoy, let's see what you got up your little sleeve today. This is your choice today. Hamburgers or half a barbecue chicken. Potato wedges, fried squash, baked beans, green peas, and of course the soup of the day is chicken and dumplings. I've had them. They're delicious. But you know what? They got a salad bar over there that's just fresher than heck. Go see them. Doc's Cafe at Russell Medical Cafeteria.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
The Morris Haynes Law Firm focuses on representing those who have been injured or mistreated by the wrongful acts of others. We have offices in Ellick City and Birmingham, but we have been calling Ellick City home for over 30 years. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, give us a call at Morris Haynes, 256-329-2000. We would be honored to help you.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you. Central to your success.
Discover great deals on Kawasaki motorcycles, watercraft, side-by-sides, and more. Save big on championship-proving KX motorcycles. Get a great deal on iconic Kawasaki jet ski personal watercraft, or take advantage of big adventure for less with savings on our rugged Terex side-by-sides. There's no better time to save on our exciting lineup of Kawasaki vehicles. Visit Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard today, or see all the Kawasaki products at adamsmotorsports.com, where your pleasure is our business.
Integrated Massage of Alexander City is located at 119 Madison Street behind the old Chamber of Commerce. Destiny Goble is the owner, says come on out for outcome-based treatment plans, pain relief, focused areas, relaxation, cupping therapy, hot stones. Remember, rewind, reset, recover. Make an appointment today at Integrative Massage of Alexander City, 256-252-7644.
Hello, this is Scotty Gordon at Cornerstone Insurance. Are you tired of paying too much for your home and auto insurance? If so, give us the opportunity to help you. At Cornerstone, we have 3 goals for all of our clients: asset protection, affordable pricing, and superior customer service. Come by and give us a call today to see what we can save you. 153 Alabama Street, 256-409-2299.
Come on back in and join us because the Polygon is shaping up right now with the EMA director, Tallapoosa County, Jason Moran out here. We were talking about the weather that's coming up this weekend, and it has gone to enhanced, which that's the next level. 3 out of 5 chances it's going to be bad. So you've been always good to update us, and we'll continue to do that every day here on the show. So thank you for coming out here.
Good deal. Yeah, you know, the Weather Service sends those graphics out, and if anything touches Tallapoosa County that I feel like is any significance, I always send them out, and you know, let everybody. Number one, you get information. Number two, to make decisions. And this one could possibly be an overnight event, which that's a little bit scary.
They always come in the night.
I know, ain't the truth.
Yeah.
And, a storm's not good any time, but I guess I want to see it. If it's going head my way, I want to see it.
Yeah, you know, a whole lot of times I'll tell the Weather Service, you know, if something happens at 2 o'clock in the morning, well, at 4 or 5 o'clock, they're sending emails and requesting data, what happened, and you can base, a lot of times you can base damages off the 911 calls and the severity of those. There's an outage map that you can look at for power, and you can watch and see as the storm progresses across the state if there's power outages left behind. There's a chat room that we enter data in with the National Weather Service. They push info out. You know, prior to warnings going off and prior to these going off, they call us on Southern Link and say, hey, this is fixing to happen.
Hey, we probably don't, I don't do this enough on this show, is thank our men and women that work, the power folks, and everybody that goes out at nighttime when the storms are still going on to help us get our power back on. We probably don't thank them enough, but thank you so much for what you do, because I know it's your job, but still, you're trying to make us more comfortable. Because a lot of time, you know, it can be cold weather and you lose your power. I mean,
Well,
we like our warmth.
If something comes to mind, a lot of times those guys are out there working on your power, but yet they don't have power themselves.
Exactly right.
And but yeah, all those linemen, anybody responds to an infrastructure event like that, our first responders, volunteers, we're blessed in this county. I know by looking at other counties and seeing how things operate that we should count our blessings when it comes to those that come to help take care of us, no doubt.
I think about looking at comments, and I really appreciate you folks to say, hey, we've been without power for 11 hours. Well, but we know they're going to be here. So it's not that they're not getting to you on purpose. They got a job. They got a heck of a lineup to get to.
Oh, yeah. And and those guys are out there in the buckets. They're just doing what they're told.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do anything, carry them something to drink, something to eat. But other than that, wish them well for the day.
And a lot of times, stay away, and because
right.
especially day or night, a lot of times those are live wires on the ground. And I remember the storms we've had before, riding with I believe it was Tommy Spraggins was the mayor at that time, riding with him that morning and somebody else, and seeing those city trucks parked right here, not doing anything. Well, they were doing something. They were letting you know there was a live wire to stay away from it. They're saving our lives.
Exactly. So, up until this rain that we had, even I forget what day it was now. I guess it was last Tuesday night when the storm came through. The firefighters in Hackneyville, they had a big wood fire.
Storm! Yeah, a bad fire up there.
A tree falls on the power line. The power line's live. It sets the ground on fire.
Oh, really? That's what happened?
40-mile-an-hour winds that just keep it stirred up and stoked up.
I'll be darned. That's what happened.
That can be a very dangerous situation.
Sure. And you got the Hackneyville Volunteer Fire Department. That's just one of 13
yeah.
in Tallapoosa County. And to every one of you guys and gals, because everybody plays a part in those. So I know we don't have enough volunteers, but if you're a young person, get involved because they're needed.
Yes, countywide, we're in a deficit for volunteers. I know the community I live in have been a part of Eagle Creek Fire Department for 30 plus years. We do have some, and I appreciate those younger guys that are hopefully coming behind us. But that's an issue that I really wish we could get fixed. And so if you want to volunteer, you can call that 825-1078. I'll help you out with that too. Whatever community you live in, I can find somebody that you can go help.
This is something we've not talked about in a while, but mock disaster. Is that something that's being planned for the spring?
We started in November of last year for the one this year. We are already planning that. It's going to have something to do with some of our infrastructure, and I'll just leave it at that at this point. But we're planning something that would have an effect on every person in Tallapoosa County.
Wow. I think about those. I've been to them, and I see how they take it serious. And that's because you never know when that particular mock is not a mock anymore.
Right.
We've run into those with issues.
So, the shooting that happened in Dayville, I heard from some of the higher-ups at Lake Martin Hospital that they were better prepared for that event because of the training and stuff that they had done in the days past. And that makes it all worthwhile,
This small area, especially the Dayville area, was nationally known after that night. In a good way. Even though that was a bad situation, it was handled so well that other areas stepped up and said, this is the way to do it right here. They did it right. Now, I won't get into naming names, but there were some folks that did it right that night.
Unfortunately, we've been through that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we've been through that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've had people reach out to me, and I've had different occasions where I could speak on the subject matter, and I always tell them that, unfortunately, but we just got a great group of people in the county to work with, and again, we're just so blessed.
That's the word of the day. That is the word of the day. Blessed, and also polygon. You got to throw that in too. We'll be right back. Chick-fil-A, do I have an ad to talk about? Lois Ann Murphy. Good morning to you, Lois Ann Murphy, owner-operator. Let me tell you something about Chick-fil-A. Oh, it's something you want to talk about? Well, we'll let you come on here and talk about it one day. In fact, Lois Ann, we're looking to get you out here real soon. You talking about service, and that's what the employees are all about at Chick-fil-A. Yeah, it's about good food, but it's also about service with a smile. Chick-fil-A, Highway 280, Alex City.
Get ready to smile because it's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Take your pick of over 40 brand new Chevrolet Silverados, discounted up to $14,000 off while they last. New Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV featuring high-tech options, discounted up to $5,000 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Wintertime in the South is mild compared to other parts of the country, but we still tend to be less active and spend more time indoors. Show your heart some love this winter by getting it checked out at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
Carlisle Heating and Air says it's tune-up time for your HVAC system. Having your unit tuned up increases energy efficiency and can reduce the wear and tear on your unit. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019 for a price. Serving the Lake Martin area, Alexander City, Dadeville, Jackson Gap, and Goodwater. Don't get hot, be cool. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019. Don't get hot, be cool.
Hey, we're Kevin and Courtney Hall. I'm a lifelong member of First Baptist Dadeville. My wife joined me after we got married. We really enjoy First Baptist because it is a biblical congregation and very community-minded. Come join us.
Cloud9 is a lifestyle boutique downtown Alexander City. We're right on Main Street next to Carlisle's, and we're open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. We offer a variety of items ranging from ladies' clothing from size extra small to 2XL. We have baby clothes including newborn gifts. We have wedding registries and the beloved Diva Wash. If you know, you know. Follow us on social media and come see us today on Main Street.
Payne's Furniture, located in the heart of downtown Dadeville, Alabama, is rocking these days with a great selection of quality rocking chairs and Adirondacks, dining room tables, bedding, sofa sectionals, and even a Cinderella carriage bed frame. Donald Payne has been in the furniture business for decades. It's simple. If you don't see it, say, "Donald, can you find it for me?" That's Payne's Furniture, downtown Dadeville, Alabama. 256-825-7727 is the number. Well, I hate to tell you, we about to wrap this show up. Man, I can't think of a better person to wrap it up. Two. Jason Moran and Scott Blake. Scott started the show off with us. Maybe he'll be back tomorrow. I don't know why he keeps coming back. I guess he likes torture.
I know it. It was hard to get up this morning.
Yeah.
But it was pitch dark.
Well, new time. Will we stay on it this time? With the president, make one of those. What another
executive order?
Executive order to leave it. Yeah, we got more things to worry about than the time. Yeah. Your time is valuable. Come out here. Your time is valuable when we have bad weather. Again, this coming weekend, Saturday night, we're looking at enhanced. That's the orange level, 3 out of 5. Yes. So just stay in tune with the weather all week long. We thank you for sending out the information to us, and we'll pass it along to you.
Don't be scared, be prepared.
Exactly right. Hey, Ryan, if you don't mind, let's go.